less than 2 hours after the airstrike began on the Japanese fleet entering the Solomon Sea. Both capital ships, as well as light cruisers and transports, were sunk by bombers from the carriers Enterprise and Saratoga that converged on the enemy fleet after submarines spotted it leaving Rabaul mid-afternoon on the previous day. Elsewhere and overnight, convoys continued transporting men and supplies to Milne Bay and Guadalcanal in preparation for the impending landings at Lae and Bougainville as the Allies continued their push up the Soloman Island chain and into New Guinea. Welcome back to War on the Sea. It is 26th of September, 1942, 5 a.m. in the morning, day 51 of the campaign. And in the last episode, as you saw, or maybe you didn't see, if you didn't go back and watch, we blasted a Japanese task force, carrier task force, right about in this area here. We got everything but a couple of destroyers. And that was, again, on the 25th, and now it's 5 a.m., and surge aircraft are up, and I'm just running convoys. In the middle of the night, I had Task Force 1, which is right here, come up and try and intercept a Japanese task force. I think it was a small one. But either way, I thought it was going to Shortland Islands, but it went this way, so I brought them back up here, and I couldn't find them. Here's Task Force 7. We brought it back a little bit. Task Force 10 is here, and again, we have Task Force 2 is still waiting on Enterprise to come back, and we're running convoys, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna let this go for a bit. I think what I might do, though, since honestly, the Japanese don't have a whole lot left as far as ships. So I might be skipping some of this, or at least not showing the little tiny interactions. There may be large jumps in time. We'll see. It kind of just depends on what comes up. But I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on the tiny stuff. So, but if I do skip a bunch of time, I will give you an update when we come back. Okay, it's 6:30 in the morning, almost 6:30. Nothing really has happened. This is the task force that Task Force 1 was trying to catch. They're on their way northwest out of the area. Here's another one here. I think this Sunderland will eventually catch up. This is probably, it says light cruiser, 2 destroyers. I remember there was a light cruiser, a fleet in the Solomon Sea just kind of patrolling around in circles. It had a light cruiser and a destroyer. That's probably what this is. I came back because Task Force 30 is ready to load up. We already have troops here. Let's see what's actually in Milne Bay. I think we're going to take... maybe... We might not actually take anything. We need to... Well, yeah, I kind of want to upgrade this airfield. So I think I'll leave the troops and supplies here. And let's just have Task Force 30. I need... Well, we know we have a bunch of troops and supplies at Buna. I think there's 10,000 each. Yes, so we'll just take the troops from Task Force 30 and send them out to Buna and escorted by Task Force 10. I kind of wish I had another kind of a surface, kind of a task force with some cruisers to take with us, but Task Force 10 still has 32 Wildcats, 32 Dauntless. We should be fine if we run into a little something. So let's have Task Force 30 head on up to... It's going to take 12 hours, which means they'll arrive right as nightfall is starting to approach, which is perfect. And then Task Force 10, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to bring them over here. And how long was that going to take? About 6 hours. We'll just sit right here and wait. Also, I think Task Force 20. Why don't we just go ahead and load it up with troops and supplies and start heading out to Bougainville? I think that's what we're going to do. So I'll get Task Force 20 over there. We're going to basically fill we're going to put troops in here and just troops and supplies, and that's it. Probably 4,300 troops, and let's see, that's about 360, 70, 100, 8,000 supplies, something like that. Okay, it's only been a couple of minutes later, and we have an encounter here, possibly 4 merchant ships. Let's take a look. Let's begin. And it's probably actually just 1 merchant. That's what I'm thinking. Hopefully we can see it. It's supposed to be dead ahead of us. Okay. It is. But it's way the heck over there. What do we have? Yeah, just 1 merchant. Yeah, I'll send something up to go get it. We don't have anything else to do, so... And we need to train our pilots, so let's go ahead and send something up. Maybe from Buna. Lightnings would take care of it. Bowfighters would be even better. Let's go ahead and send those up. I don't even think... Let's just send... Actually, here's what we'll do. We'll send 2 bowfighters with rockets. And maybe the rockets will be better this time. We'll see. And I think it was it right here? I think it was right. No, it was the one. It was the. Yeah, it was the Sunderland that doesn't show that it's a Sunderland for some reason here. See how these have the label here? This one doesn't. It was next to this one. So we'll get those over there and sink us another transport. Another possible encounter says 4 ships here, 1 heavy cruiser. Well, we know that's not true. Is this the light cruiser? Maybe there's 2 light cruiser task forces here. Let's take a look and see what we have here. They're right over there. That does look like a light cruiser. That is a destroyer escort. That is that light cruiser that we saw last time. So we'll do the same thing. I would like to... Don't really care about that destroyer escort, but let's send a bunch of stuff after this one. Okay, this one is out in the Soloman. It's right here. We could send from Milne Bay. I think we have some... Well, not really. We have bowfighters. The problem with the bowfighters is they don't have any armor-piercing bombs. So the rockets aren't going to work. The torpedo might, but you know how our torpedoes are. Except these should be British torpedoes. Maybe, you know, let's just do that. Let's torpedo this sucker. Let's send 8 torpedoes out. Yeah, 8 bowfighters with torpedoes. And it was right over here. Okay, the bowfighters have found that 1 transport, so we'll begin. And we'll just line up real quick. Let's get ourselves down to... about, I don't know, 300, 400 feet. Something like that, and we'll go... Actually, we don't need to go that fast. Let's just stay at 200, I guess. And... let's do also... Do we want to attack from stern or the side, midships? I'm thinking... You know, I haven't tried rockets from this bow or stern. Maybe I should try that. I'm going to circle up here. Circle around here, turn around and hit it from the bow. Okay, we got 1 rocket hit on it It looked like to me. I'm kind of curious what the report's going to say. Well, that's not bad. Heavy damage, heavy flooding. I think one pass with the bow fighters in a strafe would probably finish it up. We're gonna approach from the stern here, turn around, and get that taken care of. Okay, didn't take long. She went down. I just wanted to hang out and see what happened, but she sank pretty quickly, so we will... Oh, looks like we got a cargo explosion. That always helps. Let's retreat and head back to base. It's about 7:20 in the morning, and Task Force 20 has arrived at Guadalcanal, and we are going to load her up. Load them up with troops and supplies. Yep, manage cargo. Jenkins, we're going to go ahead and bring some supplies on the 2 destroyers, and then more supplies with the C3s. Probably as many as we can carry. And that leaves us with about 2,500 at Guadalcanal. I'm curious, though, how many supplies do we have left? Because we need some supplies to, well, we have tons of supplies over here. I was going to say, we need supplies to increase the airfield over in Guadalcanal, but they're doing quite well. We have plenty of supplies, basically. We just need to get them up here. So, let's continue. 100 supplies, and then more supply. Well, let's yeah, let's go ahead. And well, we're going to need probably quite a bit of supplies there. So, okay, that looks good. Let's make sure. Let's see, 100 supplies. Just double check because I've messed up before. Okay, we got troops and a bunch of supply. Whoops, that one has supply. Okay, good. And we will make our way. We'll probably have Task Force 11 escort them along with Task Force 1 and 10. 10 is Task Force 1 and 7. Sorry, 10's over by Milne Bay. All right, let's have them, which I think just going up the slot probably would be the safest. So I'll have them at least come over to... Well, hell, we'll just... Well, let's have them all come over here. If I can get this to work here. Okay. And we'll see how that goes. Task Force 30 is still on its way to Buna. The Bowfighters have caught up with the light cruiser and destroyer escort, so let's go tactical, start, and I'm going to pause real quick just to start getting these down to about 300 feet. Something like that, and then we'll start, and there they are right there. And which one? Usually the larger ship is trailing. And it is, again, that is the light cruiser. Now, I think this group, we're going to go ahead and circle here. This group, let's target number 2. And I'm I thought about trying an attack from both sides, but I'm not sure if I can coordinate that, especially with a light cruiser, which is pretty maneuverable. So I'm actually gonna do this myself. I think I'm gonna do the run myself. Let's get them in. I'm gonna put them in line ahead, and we'll see if that works out. Good. There's good and bad with that. What's good is if I hit with one torpedo, I'll likely hit with all of them. What's bad is I have no spread, so if I miss, I probably miss with all of them. Let's continue to close and see if I can get a good lineup on this cruiser. Okay, we're going to start to turn and go after it. Hopefully I get my angle right. This is going to be tricky. I have to lead it pretty about right there, I think. Let's highlight all of the aircraft, and we're about to release torpedoes, and let's release them now. And hopefully they don't go under the ship. Oh boy, they're turning. I might have a few hits. We'll see. Okay, 3 torpedo hits on this light cruiser. There's the one that missed. Let's look at the report. This looks pretty bad. Oh, look, it's gonna sink. It's gonna. Yep, critical damage, critical flooding. Wow. I thought I was gonna need the second group of bow fighters. I'm sitting here with them. I'm probably not gonna go after that destroyer escort unless I want to strafe it. Well, there goes the light cruiser down to the bottom. You know what? I'm not interested in destroyer escort. I'd rather just leave without losing any aircraft. So we're going to call this done. Okay, mission accomplished. Let's have the bow fighters return to base, and we'll continue with our operations. Okay, more action. Kingfish has caught, looks like possibly a light cruiser coming out of Rabaul. Didn't expect all this action for today, but let's go ahead and do it. Jump in, go tactical. Oh, there they are right there. Let's take a look at... Well, let's wait and see. We need to turn around, though. We need to turn around right away, because I think they're up here in this direction. Yep, they are. And I think the light cruiser, yep, is number 2. So we'll make it the target and start building up a solution. By the time I turn around, I should have a decent solution on it. My solution isn't all that high. It's, I think 84 is the max here, but I don't think it's going to get any better, and I need to fire soon because she's traveling at 30 knots. So let's 6 torpedoes, 82%, 84, fire. Well, typical American torpedoes. I had 2 hits and 3 duds. And I haven't, let's look at the report. It's probably not that great. Heavy damage, heavy flooding. That's actually not bad. I wonder where it's going. If it's going to swing around, that'd be great, because I could, let's see, let's crank up the speed. What's the speed right now? They're going 13 knots. I'm not going to catch them. Probably not, and the destroyer's coming back for me. I guess we're going to have to live with heavy damage, heavy flooding. That's the best I could do. Well, maybe she'll just return. She'll probably have to just return to port. Okay. Well, if I had less duds, I think she would have went down. Oh well. Let's leave. And we'll stay here. Maybe we'll hit her again if she tries to leave. We'll see. Okay, I think Task Force 1 finally found one of those submarines. I saw it a little earlier trying to sneak past me. But I think we caught it. Let's go tactical, and I think right away, I'm going to pause. And we're going to get the McDougal. How fast are they traveling? 28. We'll get them down to, oops, let's have them, see, they're in formation with Indianapolis. We'll break, have them slow down to about 10 knots. Turn on sonar. Same with Selfridge. 10, okay, break. 10 knots sonar. And then I think we're probably going to have half of them turn port, half turn starboard. We'll see. I think that's what I want to do. Have them turn this way. Not exactly sure where that sub is yet. But I don't want to be... I want to... I'm sure they're about ready to fire. So we'll have the Philly go this way. The Indianapolis go this way. Okay, that should do it. And we'll come up here and look for torpedoes in the water. There they are. Right there. Found them. This shouldn't be that difficult to avoid. These ships that were turning starboard aren't turning starboard anymore. They're going to be turning to the port. And I'm going to have to manage that so they don't crash into each other. In fact, let's have them all slow down. Alright, we're going to have McDougal turn. We'll have Selfridge turn also. We'll have Selfridge speed up, max speed to get over there quickly. How are we doing here? Okay. Torpedoes. Oh, this might be an issue. Let's have Philly actually... Let's have them go full speed. Let's have them go in this direction and speed up. Portland, we'll have them go in this direction, speed up. Helena, you're fine. Everyone else should be good. Alright, McDougal, let's go find that. There it is, right there. Okay, Selfridge is hauling ass over here in this direction. McDougal, let's have you speed up a little bit. Head in this direction. How are the torpedoes? Portland, you're going full speed. You should be able to dodge. In fact, now I'm going to have Philly slow down. Let's have them all slow down now. Might have them stop. Not Portland, though. Okay, it looks like Portland is clear. So we'll slow her down to a stop. And then now we can concentrate. Selfridge is still steaming as quickly as she can in this direction. Let's have her go in this direction. Slow down a little bit. Turn on your... Okay, we got it on 12. 13's okay. McDougal, you're at 12 knots. Let's... the target is at 8. So we should be able to do a run here pretty quickly. We're almost on top of her. I need to turn just a tiny bit. Let's get some depth charges ready. We'll drop... let's just drop 5. What the heck? Turn, turn, turn. I'm going to get right over her. Okay, I think this is good. Let's fire. I don't think that worked very well. Let's speed up a little bit. I see why. I left the throttle down. Okay. Well, we will fire 5 more. Right about now. Okay, I think that one went a little better. Let's check the report. Critical damage, critical flooding. She ain't gonna last very long down there. I wasted 5 depth charges, but that's okay. How many do I have left? Maybe it's time to go back to port. I only got 9 depth charges left. What does Selfridge have? A full complement. Looks like McDougal's been busy. How are you doing here? She's sinking. She's going down. I'm going to turn Selfridge around. Apparently, she's quite damaged, but let's have McDougal, and we'll continue on course. Selfridge, turn, and see if we can pick her up again. I think she's damaged. But just not enough. I thought she was going down, but maybe not. Okay, we found her again. I'm going to pass over her and drop a few down. And she's not moving, so I should be able to hit. I'm going to wait until the stern is right over... Well, wait till I'm about halfway over the ship. And then drop them down. Okay, I'm going about 4 knots. Let's try, I think, 4. Pattern of 4. Hopefully that should be enough. And let's see, where is she? Right there. So I think now is a good time. Okay, well, I guess I didn't need to drop those. A little overkill there, that's fine. I wish she would have went down sooner, but that's okay. Okay, submarine down. Let's retreat. And continue with our day. Okay, just a quick update. It appears Task Force 31 has arrived at Cairns, and I want to send up some more supplies and engineering parts. I think I need a little under 200 engineering parts, because I want to improve this to an airfield level 5 at Port Moresby, since that was the closest to the Japanese air bases and ports. So 200, and the rest will be supplies. So that's what we'll do. Task Force 31, I think. Let's manage cargo. We'll fill up with supplies with the destroyers as well. Okay, just to make sure. Supplies, engineering, supplies, and we will probably go to Milne Bay first, because we're about to do an invasion of Leh, and we may need those supplies. So I'll go here, drop supplies, then Port Moresby for the engineering parts, and then back to Cairns. Okay, I just got notified that we got our command points for the week. Not that we need them. It seemed like they came a little early this time. It seemed like I wasn't waiting on. Maybe it's just because I didn't need them, but it seems like they came a little early. We got 145 command points. I don't remember how many I don't think we had that many to begin with. Yeah, we get 141. So we had 4 command points. 4 command points to before that. Do I need anything? Honestly, I don't know if I need anything. I could use maybe a few more fuel task forces. Maybe. Oh, you know what? No. I know what I need. Okay, this is what I've come up with. This is going to be a lot of fun. I wish I'd had this earlier. I have the Warspite. I bought the Warspite, the battleship, Queen Elizabeth class. I got it. I got 2 heavy cruisers, the Australia and the Canberra. I think those, I forgot what class they were. County class. Is it the County class? I think it was the County class. Yes, County class. And there weren't many light cruisers available, so I got 1 Town class, I believe, which is the Birmingham, and I believe 1 Perth class. I don't know if there was a Crown Colony class available. No. So I got a Perth class, which is the Hobart. Right. So 2 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, and 1 battleship. Came out to 144 command points. I have 145. So let's do that. Very, very nice. Here's our new fleet right here. Task Force 34. I want to take a look at it real quick. All right. Now, I didn't have enough for destroyers, but I'll get those later. This is mostly now, the 2 light cruisers have torpedoes, and I think they have depth charges. Maybe, yeah, they do. They have depth. Well, the Australia does. The Hobart has torpedoes. Canberra has depth charges, so we're good there. Here's the, let's see, here's the Warspite. Our nice battleship. Okay, let's get that up into the theater as quickly as possible. Now I'm going to rename it probably Task Force, I don't know, 15, something like that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, it's about 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon, and I only stop because I see this right here in the middle of the Solomon Sea. Looks like dive bombers or some sort of carrier-based aircraft, perhaps. It just appeared right here. Not sure exactly what it is. I don't know if I have any scout planes in the area. I don't think I do. Which direction is this headed? It's headed southeast. So I'm wondering once again if there is a new carrier coming out of Rabaul. Kingfish didn't see anything. Maybe I'll see if I can get if I have something close. Do I have something? I have... I can send up a Kingfisher. Let's do that. No bombs. Send it up and see if we could figure out what this is. I don't know if they have, like, Vals or other such aircraft at Rabaul. But I'll see what this is, and then we'll decide what we want to do. Okay, quick update. We now have some land-based bombers, looks like here. They just appeared. They are also traveling south-southeast. I'm going to update my navigation here. And hopefully I can encounter them and see what they are. But now that I see these, we know that these came from one of their bases, one of their land bases. Interesting. Now, here's Task Force 30 with the Macaulay's and C3s headed to Buna, and this is Task Force 10. And as a reminder, Task Force 10 Saratoga has 32 Wildcats, so I think we'll be fine no matter what we encounter. Warspite and Task Force 15 is right here. Headed up to Milne Bay. That's pretty much just... Oh, another one, Task Force 20, the invasion force here. Still chugging along in the slot, and it looks like it's going to be... Oh, at least a day and a half. Well, not a day. 18 hours to get to our destination. Another encounter with a Japanese task force. This one says light cruiser, destroyer escort. I'm wondering if this is the one that we've engaged earlier and damaged, or the other one that we engaged and damaged. Let's begin. Take a look. It looks undamaged, so it looks like a new one. It's not the one that we damaged with torpedoes. So, I don't know. I guess we'll... Well, it's pretty dark. 18 now. I'm not going to... Probably by the time I get there, it'll be too dark to find it. So, we'll just let it go. Other than that, not much else is happening. Still running convoys, transports, and trying to get Task Force 30 loaded up here. Okay, looks like Task Force 30 has arrived at Buna. How long will it take to get to Leh? I want to time this so that they get there in the middle of the night. It's going to take about 11 hours. So if I do it now, it'll be midday. So we're going to wait until probably... Well, I want to get there about probably 9 p.m. So we'll leave at 11 a.m. That should do it. We'll leave in the morning at 11 a.m. And let's see, how long will it take Warspite? How long is it going to take for them to get up here? Now, it's going to be longer than that, 16 hours. So we'll just have Task Force 10 escort them up to Leh. That might be interesting. We'll see how that turns out. Okay, I went through the night. It's 5 a.m., September 27th, and nothing. Had nothing through the night. I saw a few task forces, small ones, destroyer escorts, zooming around this area and this area, but nothing really of significance. I didn't even chase after them. Now there was one, actually, that was coming down this way. I saw it moving this way. I sent Task Force 1 out to intercept, and it stopped and then started going back. So I guess they knew I was coming and decided not to engage here. I'll give you a little rundown before we end the episode. Task Force 35, I loaded up with more fuel. It is on its way to Port Moresby. Again, Task Force 31 with the supplies, and I think it's just an engineering parts. We're going to Milne Bay first, then Port Moresby and back. Here's Task Force 15 with Warspite, the 2 heavy cruisers and 2 light cruisers. Task Force 10 is here along with Task Force 30. Now, I did say it's going to take 11, did I say 11 hours for Task Force 30? I think that's what I said. About 11 hours. Well, guess what? Here's Task Force 20 with the American invasion force with troops and supplies. It is also going to take about 11 hours or so to reach their destination. So on the next episode at about 11, we're going to send them both out. Maybe 9 a.m., 9, 10 a.m., 11 a.m., something like that, to get to Bougainville and Ley. And we should be able to reach those next episode. Here's Task Force 7 and 1 protecting our invasion fleet. And that's it. Oh, here's 25 on its way back for more fuel. I did load up 21, and it has basically supplies and engineering parts. Mostly supplies, but some engineering parts, enough to raise Guadalcanal to level 4 when they get there. I had to bring supplies because I'm low on supplies. I know I'm going to need about 4,000. I should have enough here to do that. Yeah, I should have enough. So that's the state of things right now on the morning of September 27th. When we come back again, we'll have both invasions will happen then, and then whatever else. So thanks for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you again next time.